It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go. At their own 26-yard line.
Right down. 180. 46 to Mike. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion. Block. Rush in. Rush in.
DeAndre Washington, his first carry. Whoosh. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
On first, here's Washington. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. DeAndre Washington. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And the Raiders have got him. Benson Mayowa able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Put that team on the hurt wall. Move. 4-2. Ready?
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
this.
On the draw, Carr leads to Washington. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Check 3. Check up. Deuce.
They try to jet sweep with Nelson, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Brown, his first catch. It's a first down.
Down. First and 10 at the 29. Hey, we're good. 180. Shit. He's checking that down. He's checking. Crash. You go tight. You got tight right there. Watch the safety creep. That's it.
They'll run on first down. It's Washington, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Hey, alert 3. Hey, watch it. 12, gunboat. Nickel. Kill.
On second down, Washington. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Go.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Yellow.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
Easy. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mahomes to throw once more. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it first and 10.
Watch the twins. Check, 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 check. Shit.
They'll start the drive with Washington. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6.
Double time. 4 down.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they are looking at a second down and 6 coming up. On play action, now Carr. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a third and 6.
Here we go. 46 to Mike. 46.
Hey, box drop.
Watch the pass. Here we go. 637. 6. Mike, 46. Defense wins champion.
From the gun, it's Carr. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. For these Raiders and quarterback Derek Carr, the Chiefs, they have been their kryptonite in the AFC West. With Derek Carr as a starter, just 2-8 against KC, 2-6 before Mahomes became the starter. Well, the road not likely to get any easier anytime soon.
Hatchet. Safe.
On first down, Washington. Room here to run. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 44 yards on the ground.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Go down. Check 24.
Running it, Washington. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
White Monday down. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. To throw on 3rd down, Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Joker. Go, Chief. Check 26, check 26. Slam.
They go with Washington to begin the drive. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. A big play that time for the Raiders. 41 yards. So a big play there running right. The DN couldn't get out. They couldn't stop him. It was the offense setting the edge and getting the big gain.
Yeah, essentially when you're the defensive end, when they talk about setting the edge so the offense has to bounce it one way or the other, instead, that edge was actually rounded off by the offense and continued deep down the field.
Check the backer. Heavy.
Now on 1st down, it's Washington again. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Down. 185. Watch the run. Who's right, Chief? Check safety. Check. Switch. Check your hot read.
Going to try to jet sweep with Nelson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, it's still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he's going to take this all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. A first trip to the red zone for KC. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now it's Hines. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 15 now. Mahomes looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Yeah, he's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Mahomes takes it himself, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Monday, down. You ready? I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Mike 3. Mike 3.
On 2nd and 15 now. Carr, he's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Express. Combo. Here we go.
The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his second touchdown on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Down to lose 1.
Here's Carr to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Pick me up. Here we go. Mike 3. Combo. Rip left. Mike 3. 3 buttons.
On 3rd down, Carr. And Wilson has it. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out.
SOS.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Washington. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. DeAndre Washington with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown, and cut the lead with the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Let's go.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So don't say nothing.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point right down the middle, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On first down, Washington. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
Monday, down. Blue 80. Double dog. That's the way. 93. 93. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Express. Hey, Haywood. 46. I got one.
Operating from the gun, Carr lets it go for Nelson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with Hines. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run again with Hines. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah,
and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. Chance. Check 50. Check. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Staying on the ground with Washington. Chris Jones on the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
29.
From the gun, Carr. And that is incomplete. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Watch out for Hill on the return. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And going. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They run with Washington. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Didn't get a whole lot there, but at least he got out of bounds, stopped the clock.
True on every count there, because I know for a fact that when that call came in, it was tagged with these words. Make sure to tell him, if he doesn't have anything, get out of bounds. Save the time on the clock. Now they've got to start considering what their play calling is because they've got to push it downfield.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Carr. It's caught. Nelson. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones.
Watch twits. Whip. Watch the whip. Check. Lucky.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Washington. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
93. Hey, Charlie. Mike 3.
Now Carr. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Able to find Waller. That's complete.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Check 9.
On first down, Washington. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on third down, Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Hey, Orbit.
Carr to throw for it on fourth down. And it's caught. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Check 4. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Trying to pound it in with Washington. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 3-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. 10. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel. Mike 51. Charlie. That's track. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51. 15. But Mike 51.
Now Mahomes. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Carr. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Back to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Alpha. It's our time.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Back. Express. You're mine. Mike 3. I got one. Hey, Delta. 0-0, Mike 3.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.